Good morning. This is Shadow Grandmaster with the Dream Ring, and today we are going to talk about the UFC 230 fight, Daniel Cormier versus Derrick Lewis. Now, this is a fight that I could actually see being very interesting. And looking on the paper at their records, Lewis has 5 losses and Cormier only has 1 official loss. But the advantages that Lewis has, other than that one disadvantage on paper, are that he is 6'3", his opponent is only 5'10", so he has a 5-inch height advantage, and his reach is 79 inches, while Cormier's reach is only 71 inches, so an 8-inch reach advantage. He is 265 pounds most of the time on weigh-in day, so he actually will probably fight at a heavier weight, while Cormier sits at around 245, around mid 240 pound range, and so is about 20 pounds lighter than they are on weigh-in day. They could be an extra 10-15 pounds heavier, and that makes a big difference. But what's really striking is the fact of how Lewis beat his last opponent, Volkov. In the very last few seconds, he knocked them out when they were winning on the scorecards. Volkov is a man who's taller than either of these two men. He is taller than Lewis. He is 6'7" tall. He has a longer reach. But they caught him near the end. See, Lewis is one of those who I consider a very dangerous fighter. If he catches you near the end, near the beginning, he can catch you at any time and take you down. And Cormier does not have the reach advantage to get away with just running around. He has to get past and slip through their punches to be able to hurt them without them being able to hurt him, so as to either knock Lewis out or survive until the final bell, having damaged them more and getting the point decision. But that's the thing though, with Lewis, you have to be on your toes and you can't let them get in any really good shots until the ding of that final bell. He's going to be in there for 25 minutes worth of action with them. He cannot slip up at 24:59. He can't slip up in round 5, minute 4:58 or 4:59, any second. This is a fight that is very dangerous for anybody. The man just knocked out the number 2 contender, and now he's the number 2 contender in heavyweight. I don't think he's better than Stipe Miocic, but I do think that in a way he is a little bit more dangerous, just because that power carries round 1, round 2, round 3. May not have the greatest record ever, but it's pretty good for a man who's in MMA. It's much less predictable than boxing is. That's why you don't see barely anybody who's undefeated at the world-class level. It's a little bit less predictable. It's more complicated. All kinds of factors can come in. You can get caught with a kick. And you get caught with a kick at the wrong angle, you're going out. You're done. You don't know what day of the week it is anymore. You don't know that you're not in Tokyo, but instead you're actually in Las Vegas. That can happen to anybody. It happens to the best of fighters, you could be caught with a good punch, a good elbow. It could get you into a submission if you're not exactly the best of grapplers. It happens to the best of them. So this one, I think that Cormier has the advantage, but not by as much as a lot of the experts say. I don't think that it's that far between the two of them skill-wise. I think that Lewis has a legitimate shot. I think that he has about 35% shot, a little bit better than 1 in 3 of winning. And the other 65 I give to Cormier, between one of them winning. And either one could get a knockout. Either one could end up winning on points, because Lewis's power does carry from round 1 to round 5. He's not a slow starter, he's just someone who has very good endurance. So it's powerful from round 1 to round 5, so he could win the rounds. Cormier could win the rounds. I think it's more likely that Cormier is going to win the rounds, and more likely that he's going to knock out Lewis than Lewis knocking him out, or Lewis winning the rounds. But I do think that it is plausible and reasonable to think that Lewis is the one who's going to do that. Anyway, that's just my opinion. Have a nice day.